more difficult for them to win their safe lane. I think they're going to have to start the Ogre and the Treant Protector down bot just to fend off the Riki Darkseer. The Sideblade spill. Gabby is going to take some pressure down bottom, but he's actually manning up somewhat on the Darkseer. There's no Ion Shell. In fact, Fly Solo to run some side pulls up here on top. Unfortunately for Rappy, he can't really tank the creep wave away from the Chimpersaw, so he'll be able to run in here and be able to interrupt the pull and probably get this kill on the Ogre. Ogre's pretty tanky, but there is a Whirling Death, and that's going to be first blood. Raging to be dead. Does have a couple of bottle tips as he gets into the trees, and Mushi needing to be careful. There is an Ignite, but he manages to dodge it with the Meld, turning around now. Misses the hit up the hill, in fact. So Ogre going to be A-okay, but... What, Dire Curry got sniped again? Fly Solo, you madman. Like they may have smoked just outside of the vision range. Timbersaw's not actually looking that healthy right now. Some max level raises waiting for him. Raging Potato. Armel's waiting. First raise, running forward. Couple of auto attacks. Darkseer's dead on the bottom side of the map as well, and Clutch Gamer's finding too easy. The Riki pick is not going to do very much. And, you know, the Disruptor when he's behind, not too impressive either. Do have level 5 on Ninja Boogie, so again, as I was anticipating, gonna get some decent levels. Raging Potato, tank it in the raises. There is third raise, long range, ready to go, and Boombacks interrupts the Timber Darkseer away. Adam burning him down a little bit, but still reasonably tanky. Runs in now. Is he gonna get stunned up? They get the silence down, they get the glimpse back into the stack storm as well. Looking like no escape for the Vengeful Spirit as a big rotation from Mineski. It will be the reset. Raging Potato actually just going to give up on that top push and make his way down bottom to keep on spamming to defend. Mushi jumping across aggressively, looking for the Shadow Fiend kill, who does turn around, snipes the raise. Now he's got the living armor. Mushi's doing 0 damage, and the shield comes in. Mushi still wants his kill, but I think this is a step too far. He won't be able to get the blink off either. Refraction is still on cooldown. 2 seconds to go. He pops the trap at the raise, drops him down. Armel with the double kill. The team there setting him up. They do end up losing 2 on the bottom lane. Normally the Templar Assassin that we're talking about with this crazy net worth lead and snowballing the game, but looks like Shadow Fiend is going to be just as capable. Nice swap to interrupt the Timber Chain, and Raging Potato finds himself under the tower with not enough reactive armor stacks to live up now. But yep, the scary thing is that this the Treant Protector series got the overgrowth ready. Can he bail out his carry? That's the question. He somehow manages to run through the kinetic field after it runs out. Templar Assassin doesn't have any defensive abilities to be able to keep her alive. She has been dusted up, but it looks like Raging Potato should be able to kill off that Ogre. Abaddon now chasing forward. They get the swap back into the stun. Armel arrives on the scene, and they once again Bird reveals his position as well. Meanwhile, CG just heading into the Roshan. They've got the Vlads, they've got the Medallion, don't have the Solar Crest just yet. A little bit of Chakram damage coming in. They do have the mech here on the Darkseer. Just be careful not to get bursted down, and they get the back into the wall. Static Storm over the top. They lose both of the supports, but everybody else is still alive. Armel dropping out the raise, is looking to auto-attack down. Ren will do it. And now losing some life, but should still be healed up by the Abaddon. Has the raises. Abaddon now helping him out. The shield is off cooldown. Mushi forced back the swap onto Ninja Boogie. Can they burst Gabby? He's fairly tanky. And now Adam finally arriving to this fight. Drops the smoke screen down again. They will buy back on the Disruptor. But the Radiant support's respawning soon. Abaddon does not have his ultimate. Gets glimpsed back, but still has a little bit of help. Another Treant Protector respawning. Will be able to living armor him as Gabby picks up the double kill, taking down Ninja Boogie for the second time. And CG heads straight into the Roshan pit once again. Never saw, even with a Hood of Defiance, not enough to keep him alive through that fight. As they come in and just absolutely melt this tier 2, they get the swap out, but Mushi blinks immediately. Can he get overgrowth? Manages to dodge it. Meld's there. They get the vacuum back. It's on to 5, but unfortunately, there's just no follow-up. CG pushed straight past the tier 2 tower. Now they'll bring it down. They've got a little bit of Chakram spam to try and hold this out, but there's nobody on Mineski split pushing or anything, so it isn't a waste of time at all for CG to be here as 5 themselves. They really need Mushi to be off threatening this bottom tier 1 tower or something, but Armel's just hitting the tier 3. There isn't a glyph for another minute or so. Shadow Fiend, undeterred. They need to be careful about the glimpse, so they're going to play as a team. There to get the vac back. He manages to force staff himself a little bit further out, and it's only the Abaddon caught, and he's just going to relish in the Static Storm, heal himself back up to full. Raging Potato makes it to the high ground, but he still ends up dropping. 40 seconds dead for him. Shadow Fiend healing up with the Vlads. Abaddon drops a little bit, but they've got the stun on the Mushi and they've got the burst damage. No way to save him. Even with the smoke screen drop down, Armel still just right-clicking through. And now the tier 3 about to drop. Position 1 and position 2 both dead. Mushi unwilling to use the back. Look at that, will just mean that they sacrifice a full lane Brack. Ninja Boogie trying to figure out what he can do, but I mean, no Static Storm means no damage. Gabby just gonna slide himself forward, picks up Mega Kill Streak, and Mineski absolutely falling apart at the seams. GG's called. 19-minute GG. Clutch Gamers will do it. They're going to advance into the next round. They'll be matching up against TNC later on in the competition. And what a convincing performance.